What up, Fantastics? This is Aleksi, your favorite Finnish YouTuber, and today we have a great live stream because I have today graduated as a Master of Science from Tampere University of Technology, and that is great. And today we're going to talk about some of the stuff from my Finnish university experiences, and I'm glad to have you here. And I'm a little bit like going all over the place because it's been such a hectic day today, and I apologize if things are a little bit kind of all over the place, but good to have you here. Let me know in the comments where are you watching this live stream, because that's always interesting to see where in the world people are gathering up, where from the world fantastic community is gathering up on this live stream. And make sure you also hit the thumbs up if you haven't done that already. All right, let's see. I have the comments, so I'm on my phone actually live streaming this, so the comments are kind of on the side. I've tried to get it running on my laptop as well, but it doesn't really, it's not popping up at the moment. We have Vantal, Corso, we have some people here, and we are still waiting. From Istanbul, Merhabalar, Nasılsın. We have some Turkish people, we have people from Perth, all the way from Australia. Wow, what's the time in Australia? It should be quite late, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see who we have else. We have Czechia, people from Czech. We have from Poland. I've been to Gdansk. We have people from Taipei, Taiwan. Welcome, Emily. We have 2 a.m. We have Biswar Hussein here. Moi. Okay. All right. So keep the comments rolling and keeping up the fantastic stuff. So as you probably know, like I already said in this live stream, but today is one live milestone achieved because university is done, all the academics are done for me because I graduated from the university and I got a master's degree, which is right over here. I'm not sure if it's flipped for you, but it says tutkintotodistus and degree certificate in English and in both in Finnish. So that's great. And because it's while we are on the topic, I thought about sharing some of the cool stuff that I learned in the university. And most of these things are, or let's just say some of the things that I enjoyed at the university. And actually all of the stuff that I'm going to tell you here are not related to the courses. So I think this should be some good stuff, and let me check. I have the notes here. Okay, let me check. Okay, actually I have 6 here. I think in the topic of this video it's 5, but I have 6 here. And if you want to ask me anything, I'll take the questions at the end of this after I explain this, because then we can do the Q&A at the end. Okay, but the number one thing, and these are actually not in any special order, but it's just top 6, but not in a special order. So number 1, the first thing I want to say, which is really cool in my university, is the club and guild activities. So in many Finnish universities, every degree program has its own kind of student organization. And actually my student organization is, I'm not sure again if it's flipped for you, but this tietojohtajakilta, manager, it's called manager. And this means in Finnish, in English, the Guild of Information and Knowledge Management students, basically, because that's the degree program I was in. And you can actually, when you start studying, you can actually apply to be a board member of these clubs and guilds. And the good thing about those is that you can gain some really valuable experience doing like this guild and board activities. And for example, I was on my 2nd year, I applied to the board, and the first job I applied was the international responsible. And what I was basically doing is my task was to keep in touch with the international students of the university and also the international degree students of my university who were related to my field. And also kind of communicate all the important events from my guild to the international students. And that was a lot of fun because I really enjoyed the international stuff of the university. I'm going to actually tell you more about the international stuff in a little bit. And the 2nd year, and on the year after that, I applied as as the corporate responsible of the board of or guild, and that task I had what I had to do is I had to keep establish new contracts and new partnerships with companies related to our field. And our field is basically business and technology, just to give it a like really easy, kind of quick explanation. So we have a lot of business stuff and technology stuff. By the way, I'm looking at the comments, but I'll reply to them later because I first want to explain the stuff what I'm talking about here. And and that was a really awesome task because for example, I got to network with really important companies in my field. I got to meet some like important people of these companies, meet them, and also create contracts. And I actually did quite well at that stuff because when I started, we had only like 3 contracts, but when after the year, we had actually 8 contracts, and so I actually managed to create some good contracts and made money for our guild, and that was really valuable stuff because in the courses we don't learn this kind of stuff, and you don't get to do this kind of stuff. So it's kind of really important, valuable voluntary experience, which is really like an asset when you go to a job life, in my opinion. And I got to say that it has already benefited me when I'm being, for example, applying jobs, and I could have said like, okay, I've been working as a corporate relations responsible. I have created contacts, maintained old ones, and companies valued those, and it's been really good stuff. And the point is, what's the point? The point is that this is voluntary thing. You don't have to do this, and many people don't do it, and that's fine. But if you are active and you want to gain experience, you can do that. And in all universities, you can also do that. Well, if you are an international student, maybe not as much, because you're gonna have to speak Finnish in order to do that kind of stuff. But as a Finnish student, I'm really happy that I've got to do that kind of stuff, and that I was being proactive. It helped me to gain some good skills. So that was the number 1 thing. Okay, number 2 thing is this fun student culture. Like if you come to study in Finland, the studying time is awesome, because we have a lot of fun activities to balance out the hard studying. And for example, the cap what I'm wearing currently is the Finnish engineering student cap, just to put it really simply. So all the university students in the engineering and technology field will get this hat on their first year. And after that, you can kind of wear it in student events, but it's not so often worn. But today, because I was graduating, it's of course a good hat to wear. And then we actually, let me show you, we have also the overalls. I'll be right back. Let me show you. We have also these overalls. And basically every Finnish degree program has their own overalls. And you can also collect these fun patches to sew on the stuff. And the more patches you have, the more experienced and more active student you've been, because you've been all of these kind of events and stuff where you can collect these patches. And for example, the business and technology field where I've been studying has this gray color. So it's really awesome that we have these kind of cool cultural things in the stuff. And we have like almost every week, or let's say every month, let's say every 2 weeks, there's always some sort of party. And the good thing about those parties is that it's a really easy way to connect and meet people. And for example, there is this every month there's this Haalaribileet, it's like an overall party. And that is like a basic nightclub party. But the good thing is about that is that there are also students from other universities of Tampere. So you can actually get to see more also other people than just the same people from your own university, and especially because in the technology in TUT, so Tampere University of Technology is the student university where I'm being, has 75% men. And for example, the University of Tampere, which is like social studies, economics, political science, they have like so many beautiful girls studying there. So it's always great to that this every month there's this party where you can actually go and meet those girls as well. So yeah, and it's really great. Like the culture. Like you don't get to experience anything like this except in Finland. Maybe in Sweden there might be something similar, but it's just awesome. Okay, so that was number two. Let's see what I had on number three. Okay, number three is internationality, and this is one of the reasons why I'm actually creating this video. So I remember when I started my studies here 6 years ago. Yeah, like 5.5 years ago, 2012 autumn. I immediately noticed how many international students were around, and I don't know, so for some reason I felt like I would like to talk to them and like kind of ask like how they find the Finnish university and in Finland in general. I was just curious, and I was proactively approaching the people, the internationals, and I was like, hey, what's up? And I've even made some good friends on my first year, and some of them are even friends with me even today, like good friends who I'm regularly keeping in touch with. And I don't know, it's just that was just one of the most awesome things in the university, like being able to talk English with people around the world who came here, maybe just as a short-term exchange student or like a long-term degree students. And if you've been watching some of my older videos, you also know that I actually applied as a voluntary international tutor for international degree students on my second year, and that was a lot of fun. Like I found it really, for some reason I found it really interesting to help new people around in Tampere to, for example, how to find your student apartment, how to do groceries, show some important places in Tampere around, etc. How to apply for courses. I found it really satisfying that I was able to help out new people with things related to Finland. And I don't know, I've just always enjoyed it. And that was probably one of the sparks or the things that sparked the motivation to start create these new YouTube videos. And actually, now that we're on the topic, this internationality part also made me to start YouTube videos. So this is interesting story. So I think it was on my second year I met this guy from Iran. His name is Paya, and at first we were just kind of acquaintances. We didn't kind of talk that much and stuff. But one day he sent me a message on Facebook to some prank videos, and he asked me like, "Hey, Alex, what do you think if we would restart if there were some people who would do these kind of videos in Finland?" And then boom, that's where it started. That's where my YouTube passion for YouTube stuff started, and that's uh, so. What happened is we started to plan and create a prank channel in Finland. And it took maybe us around 2 to 3 months to get everything because we had no experience. We had no idea how to operate a video camera. We had no idea how to edit videos. We had no idea how to upload videos and anything. Everything was so new. But we just started to watch YouTube tutorials, about stuff, and we eventually found a good, decent camera and got a mic. And on 2000, I think it was 2013, in February, we launched our first prank video on our channel, Pranks from Finland. Actually, it was called Social Engineering Pranks from Finland, but I encourage you strongly to go check out the pranks. The channel is called Pranks from Finland, and there's some pretty hilarious stuff. And we did those videos about maybe once in a month, 2 times per month when we had time. It's more like a fun stuff and that kind of thing. And for example, one of the most craziest, funniest prank what I did is that I went to the university library at my university and I watched porn with unplugged headphones just to see how the people react. And that was just so funny to do. And that video got some good views and good laughs. And like our goal with those pranks was to make people laugh and make their day, because people are so stuck with their everyday routines and lives. So we wanted to create something funny and like create something really spontaneous that they weren't expecting. That's great. And yeah, and that's just great. I really enjoyed it. Like this internationality brought a like whole new dimension to my everyday student life, because normally people just are hanging out with Finns and stuff, but when you are hanging out with people around the world, it kind of broaden your horizons and you get to for example, in my case, I got to see Finland from a new perspective when I was listening to the people around the world share their thoughts and differences about Finland and their home country, for example. So that was just great. And I'm seeing that you are sending comments. I will reply to your comments and do a Q&A after I explain this list. But my major was business and technology, just to put it really quickly. Thanks, Sarka, for the gratings. So that was not number 3, I think. And number four thing was exchange studies. So probably, again, if you've been following this channel, I don't know how long, but this channel was launched in Japan because I was still into doing videos, just those pranks videos. But when I decided that, okay, I'm going to Japan for exchange, and luckily my university, Tampere University of Technology, had lots of partner universities around the world, which means that if I applied for exchange for those partner universities, I wouldn't have to pay any tuition. Or actually, I would have to pay tuition, but that would be to my home university. But in Finland, the tuition is 0. So basically, I could go to study abroad without tuition. And in Japan, there was 5 universities. I went to Kobe eventually. And man, like thanks to the university, my university, I got to spend 1 year in Japan learning language, doing fun stuff, meeting people, broadening my horizons, getting awesome experiences, and also creating videos. Because in Japan, how would I say, uh, that was the last straw when I started, okay, or realized, okay, I love to do these videos. I want to get good at making these videos. And at that time, I was just doing those videos and trying to get better. If you go to this channel and you go watch the very first videos of this channel, you can see that they're pretty shitty. Like the audio quality is bad, and like the editing is kind of sucky, and the music is a little bit too loud. But that's how I was at the beginning. And if you compare some of the newer videos that I've done, the change is drastic because I've been just doing those videos. I've had the passion to keep getting better. And in Japan, it was awesome because Japan is so different, but also quite similar to Finland at the same time. The culture is so interesting and even weird, because there's so many things they do differently. But there's actually quite a lot of similarities between Japan and Finland as well. And also, I met my girlfriend there. Well, actually, we are not. Well, she's my ex-girlfriend there, actually. So we are not together anymore, unfortunately. But that's another great kind of thing. I met someone really interesting, and we shared a path together for a while, but unfortunately didn't go through. But man, like getting to spend a year on the other side of the world in a completely different culture, like with minimal costs. Of course, I had to really. There were some costs, but yeah, it's just crazy. So, man, and I was in Japan for like 1 month ago, but I definitely want to go back because I learned the language. Japanese is a really fun language to speak, and it's a great country as a tourist. I'm not sure if I would love to live there, but visiting there is great. Okay, so that was I think number 4 or number 5. Let's see. Okay, I think number 5 is the next one, and this is that I learned and I had the chances to try out so many different things. Like, let's say, okay, how would I start this? Like, for example, there's so many different guilds and like clubs for different things in my university. There's like, for example, sport clubs all the way from ultimate frisbee to basketball, and then there are these activity clubs ranging from anime to German criminal series. Like this is like so many different things you can do, and the threshold is really low to start doing those things. And because I've always, even up to today, I don't know what I really want to do. Like, okay, for example, I love to do these videos and I really enjoy it, but where am I actually ending up? Where I'm going at the moment, I have no idea. And I never knew this. And the way how to figure this out, in my opinion, is just to try many things when you have a chance. And I've tried many things. For example, I've tried sailing, I've tried capoeira, I've tried bowling, I've traveled to different countries. I've managed to travel to Serbia from my school, Poland, and just I've managed to try different things. And one of the things what I also managed to try is these YouTube videos, and that was a success when I eventually discovered it and tried it out. But I've also had disappointments, or okay, let's reframe that. Let's say I've tried things which I eventually found. Okay, let's try again. So I tried also things which I realized that I don't like, and that's also a really important thing in life, because when you realize that you don't like something, then in the future, if you are offered to do that, whatever the thing is, you can just say no, no thanks, I'm not into that. So that's a really, really good thing that I've got to try out many different things. And I've also managed to, how would I say, lower my threshold to try out new stuff. Because one of the mottos, I think I also discovered this during my university life, is that when I'm, let's say, 60 years old and I look back, I will regret more the things that I didn't try than the things that I did. Because and that's one of my life that's one of the principles that carry me on in my life. Because life goes really fast. Like, I'm now 27, and before I even realized I'm 37. Like, 10 years will go past like really quickly. Like, 6 years ago I went to university and now it's done. It's just crazy. But now that I'm looking back, I'm really glad that I tried so many different things, and there were of course stuff I could have also tried, but I can be happy at this point that there were so many good things that I tried, and also things that I tried and ended up didn't liking them. But those are all experiences and lessons learned, and that's awesome because now I'm much wiser, and I have also learned a lot about myself, and that is great. Okay, good stuff. So I think those are the five things. And as you can see, you don't really learn this kind of stuff from the classes. Like, if I can quickly tell you my opinion about the classes, did I learn much in the classes? Well, I can say that definitely that I learned a little bit, but not much. Like, there, unfortunately, even in Finnish universities, there are some courses that stay in the kind of really boring theoretical level where you can't really get anything concrete out of it. And that's really bad because I feel that's a huge, huge waste of time. Because if you spend hours trying to memorize some boring theories, and when you finish the class, you just forget everything, that's a huge waste of time. Because time is one of the resources we can never get back. And yeah, that's the thing. Well, there were some useful courses, definitely. But I think the most of this awesome stuff what I've learned are the things that I did, like the club activities, getting a real experience of being in a board, traveling. What else did I have? Hanging out with internationals. Oh, I already forgot what I've been talking about here. Meeting new people, networking. I think those are much more important stuff than some theories and that kind of stuff. Okay, okay. Now let's look at some of the questions. Why can't I open the? I wish I could open the chat on my browser, but for some reason I can't. Well, okay, I'm just reading the questions from here. Okay, Nana asks, how old are you? I just told I'm 27. Sorry, I missed most of it, but congratulations. Okay, that's okay because we just opened the Q&A, so you are about to enter that. I would love to make some awesome friends in Finland. Okay, that's you can definitely do that. You just have to be active. Concrete, yes, that's why I stopped going to school. I'm good at it, but love my term more than anything. Yeah, okay, that's good. So now if you asked some questions and I didn't see them, just ask them again because now I'm reading the questions. Wow, first question answered. Thanks. Yeah, your question happened to be there. University is always a shock and a good experience for sure. Yes, going to TUT was one of my best choices in life. Well, of course, you can't know what kind of university is once you go before you go there. But I had heard some good stuff, and it's a really good university. And man, like I just learned so much good stuff. Let's see. Damn, you look so much younger. Thank you. I'm such a baby face. Is a friendship in Finland don't last long? Okay, what I think you're saying, how is friendship something that lasts long? Many people have said that once you manage to establish a friendship with the Finn, that is a friendship that will last. Of course, that's a huge generalization, but I would think so. Like Finns, Finns are like coconuts. Like it's a really hard shell outside, and inside it's like soft milk and stuff. So once you manage to break out that shell and you get to the milk part, then the milk is really, how would I say, the milk will do good stuff for you for a long time. That's how I would see it. Okay. Have you had study experiences abroad? Yes, I actually told about that in this live stream. I studied 1 year in Japan. If you missed it, you can watch the replay and you can see it. Did you study at the UAS or university? I was studying at the Tampere University of Technology, and that is the real, like a real normal university. I said you should study Kansai dialect. I can actually speak Kansai dialect. Homma ja ne. And so Seana. I can speak Kansai dialect. My girlfriend taught me a lot, and I was living in Kansai for a year, so I can speak some Kansai dialect. Did you say you were in Poland? Yes, I've been to Gdansk, and that was also thanks to my university. And that was a good trip. Yay, Uni, ever tried archery? If not, let me know. I actually tried once. I think we had some archery in my sports class in high school before university. And I'll be your first customer, okay? There's some business already going. I said, "Watashi mo Nihon ni ikimashita." Okay, soda ne. Nihon do deshita ka? Tanoshikatta desu ka? Any advice for someone from UK buying a property out there? Went to Somero this year and it was... Oh, so you want to buy property? Wow, well, that's not something I can definitely... Google probably is your best bet. I think there should be some English. Finns are like coconuts. Got it. Yes, I have Finnish friend that I haven't seen in 20 years and we keep in touch almost daily. We Finns make wonderful friends. We met in the US as an exchange. Okay, that's great. That's great. Haha, thank you. Because some friends unfriend me on Facebook, so I think so. Yeah, but Facebook, like Facebook is different. Like I have crap close of friends on Facebook who I just have met once, maybe said hello, and that's it. Like if I would like my really good friends in my life are probably like in these hands, like maximum of 10. So Facebook is not a good indicator for a friendship, I think. Kiitos, that would be awesome. Thank you, but I'm already a hairdresser, not a qualified barber, but it's my passion. Okay, that's great. You have found your passion. That's awesome. I'm half Finn, half Swede, and would love to learn the Finnish language. Okay, well, this is a good channel to pick up some spoken language, and I also teach you some ways how to learn Finnish in a good way. I have already made some videos about that. Välkommen till min kanal, Felle. Congrats, dude. Oh, Bilal, what should you expect on the first day? Am I unable to comprehend? Where were you studying? Was it at University of Applied Sciences? I think you should be fine. It's nothing like out of this world, I would think. like the Finns can take care of you, and there's like, at least in my university, there's good tutoring system, which means that you are assigned a tutor and they will show you and you know, show you around and teach you everything. We have Cindy, welcome and was get up. Du bist ein bisschen spät gekommen, aber trotzdem bist du hier. Das ist ja gut. Kansai and Tokyo Ben, don't get them confused. They get mad at low. Yeah, I know Kansai. Yeah, I can speak only Kansai Ben. Hi, okay, that's good. I live in Helsinki and haven't really left the city. How different is the rest of the Finland? Yeah, that's, you should definitely leave Helsinki because or at least go see what's outside of something we call this Kehä Kolmonen or Helsinki, because you know the real Finland is outside of Helsinki, because Helsinki is like just a huge metropole, like a big city. But if you want to see the true Finland, you have to go outside of Helsinki, in my opinion. Like, let's say Tampere, Turku, maybe even Lapland, you know. And you know, because Helsinki is also really, how would I say, kind of globalized place. There's a lot of internationals and stuff. So if you want to kind of see the true Finnish stuff, you should go outside of Helsinki. Considering working somewhere abroad or want to stay in Finland? That's a good question. I probably want to, maybe I'll be in Finland around, depending of the work, but I wouldn't mind going abroad, like let's say Germany, because I can speak some German. I would love to improve my German to like business level, or like let's say to the same level as my English. And yeah, sure, why not? What now, Aleksi? Conquer the world. Congratulations for the graduation. Thank you. Well, I'm already conquering the world with this live stream, you know, reaching people all over the world. So for now, I'm actually working still at the university for the summer, but after that, I'll be looking some new opportunities. Thanos Katta. Okay, Yattaze. My mom is Finnish and tolerable. That's great. Real friendship never dies. That's great. Vatas mo Thanos Kattaja. Okay. Sådan, a very good cut and style of my point, but there's not much style going on in Finland. I'm going to bring a British twist. An open day, more silence. Well, that's a great. I think Finland. It's a good thing to open kind of this more. How do I say? Foreign. Foreign sounds a little bit negative. This kind of international shops. That would be great. Do they teach you in English, Finland universities? Yes, they do. Actually, my degree program is taught in Finnish, but we have also courses that are taught in English. But there are also like whole master programs that are taught only in English. And there's lots of them around Finland, and Google will help you in those. My friend quit Facebook because he was tired of the sandwich and woohoo posts. Okay. Joe the programmer, hello. You are one of the regulars from Discord. Don't you want to become a real Finnish teacher? I mean, you're like extra from yourself. Well, the thing is that if I wanted to become like a real teacher, then I would really have to master the grammar, and I'm not sure if I really want to do that. But I can still kind of do this like a spoken Finnish stuff. And what I'm actually considering doing is kind of this language tutoring. So I can kind of helping you discussing like speaking practice and correcting mistakes, and you know, give advice, that kind of stuff. That would be okay, but not like a proper teacher. That would be horrible. I guess. Well, oh shit, my tripod is falling down. I guess it depends a bit. Okay, god damn it, perkele. Okay, right. Tack så mycket. För all del. Virtual reality is out of the world. Tiny cars learn languages. Can you say something in Spanish? Let's see. I think I could say buenas noches, like good night. And loco, I think, is crazy. Well, I'm planning to learn Spanish at some point. I'm Finnish and I don't like being disturbed. That's great. I'm a college professor in Brazil. Oh, you're a professor? Wow. College professor in Brazil and do research on urbanistic laws and city morphology. What's the best option for summer course for me in Finland? Wow. Uh, that's a really specified topic. I'm not sure if I can help you out on that. Google might be help. Can you say something in Spanish? Tu juegas muy bien. I'm not sure if that's Spanish. And I don't even remember what it was. How to ask someone out to date here, go to a cafe or come somewhere else. I watch all your dating vids. Well, in that case, you should know the basics. Well, I remember one of the videos just doing something kind of activity. Like if you go to a coffee, you're just sitting down, and that's not good because it can get awkward and boring really fast. But instead, if you just go, let's say, for a walk, it's much more dynamic because you're on the move and you're kind of dynamically moving. You're physically moving. So I think it's much more interesting. So don't go for a coffee because it's kind of boring. It's a little cliche. It can still work, but I wouldn't go for that maybe. So that's your lol. Okay, Finns date only through Tinder. The reason why Finns do that because no one there's okay. I've told you this many times, but the dating scene in Finland. Okay, let me just get this. The dating scene in Finland is that there's a lots of good-looking, sexy. Oh shit, sexy shit. Okay, fuck this bullshit. Okay, sorry, my bad language here. Okay, but the point is that there's so many good-looking, highly educated, language-savvy Finns, but there's no competition at all because no one has the guts to approach anyone. So that's why people go to Tinder, and people get also frustrated on Tinder because people send the same messages. No one is trying to stand out, and that's the thing. But if you go out there in the real world and go talk to people, you're immediately winning. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Maxim, how's it rolling? Awesome hat. This is my Finnish engineering hat. Thank you. I'm. We already talked about Finnish University. Now we are at the Q&A part. Have you ever been to Estonia? If so, how was the culture different? Actually, I've never been to Estonia. That is kind of weird. I was just talking about this with my friend, and I would love to go to Estonia and make, for example, a street interview video where I interview Estonians and ask like what they think about Finland and Finns. By the way, if you just joined in, make sure to hit the thumbs up button because you will make my day even better with that. So please do that. Okay, let's take the next question. I had lots of Finnish girlfriends and only 2 didn't come from Tinder. Okay, well, see, there's someone who's been successful about that. Yeah, it's definitely, if you just know what you're doing, you can definitely win. Tinder was fun, haha. Haha, okay, not entirely, but seems to be the problem. Loco Roco is a good game. Can't find it anywhere but it's on PSP. How is mental field Finland? I'm not quite sure. Maybe Google can help you. Your Spanish sounds great. Greetings from Buenos Aires. Okay, thank you. All right. Does your university have any course related to city studies? I think that sounds a lot of like civil engineering or architect. I'm pretty sure there should be something about that. Google is again your help. Cindy lacht laut. Wieso? Bin ich zu lustig? Okay, lachen is no good. Kein Problem. Gus Smith, I'm about to go to Buenos Aires for the next time. I can't wait, so excited. My story to be told. I speak lots of languages and I don't want to stand out. Okay, I think I'm weird knowing these many languages and I'm trying to be multicultural. There's no problem of knowing a lot of languages. That's just great. I love languages. I can speak 5. Let's say I can do discussion in 5. Like English is my fluent, but like German and Japanese, I can do conversation. And my Swedish is so rusty. Let's not get into that. I meet many people that don't know how to go as scout. Just doing only assignments is classes. Okay. Probably you're making it's easier than you think. You're just going to say like, hey, I would like to get to know you better. Let's hang out sometime. That's one example. I read that the tassel is only for engineers. Are there any other things that are unique to your hat? To my hat? To this hat, I'm not sure. Or unique things related to this hat, I don't know. What do you mean by that actually? My fiance has been to Estonia, but warning, the food posters are big. Okay, that's just good. We polished off all the one slice with the pizza. when he was 12. Okay. All right. Guadeloupe, if you were studying psychology. Okay. Nice. Thank you for being so active because it's always interesting to hear what you guys have to say. And again, if I can help you in any way, that's always awesome. Okay. So we can take a few more questions if you have anything to ask related to studying in Finland or Finnish universities or so on. Cindy fragt, it's the first time I managed to watch your videos live. Your problems with the cam made me laugh. Yeah, because I messed, yeah, because my tripod is like crazy old. I should get like a new one. It's this like Gorilla Bod stuff. So that's why I had a little bit of problems. Like, yes. All right, we have some questions coming up. Go get wasted and party. And well, the thing is that today's Wednesday, and well, I should do some work tomorrow. So I think, and then on Friday we have Juhannus, we have Midsummer, and I'll do the partying on Friday and Saturday. So I'll save it there. But that's a good point. What is Finland's favorite soap? Soap? I don't know. I don't know. Soap for hands. Not don't know. Unfortunately, I have to go now. Thanks for the stream. I'll see you on the next stream video or Insta. Okay, thank you for joining this music. Body was okay. What picture hanging cupboard behind it? This one. Let's see. That is a caricature photo of me, and I went to this place in Kyoto, and there was this shop where you had your own face drawn like that, and that's from there. That's from 2016 May. No, is it May? Yeah, it's May 21st, and that's one of that was actually my channel icon for some time on the early days, but now I just have it there. I mean the difference between the hats for different qualifications and universities. Okay, so this hat is only this white hat with black tail is for university students in engineering and technology. Then you might see this hat without this tail, and that is the Finnish high school cap. So once you get from high school, you get this hat without this cap or tail. And then you see this similar design but with different colors like purple and stuff, and those are kind of they are from vocational school, but I don't see those so often. Alex, will you ever collaborate with Annie or Laurie from Beyond the Press channel? I guess I should. I guess I should. That would be a great boost for my channel. I guess I should just reach out for them. Yeah. I'm planning to study in IT, information engineering at Tampere University of Technology. What's your opinion and advice before studying that? I don't know. Maybe just try to learn as much as about Finland in general as possible, and maybe Finnish language. Well, you don't probably need Finnish for your studies because it's an English program. But yeah, TUT is a good place. I really enjoyed studying there. When I move out, still don't have to wear bright clothes so I don't get pumped, kicked, or set on one. No, that doesn't happen here. If I understood you correct. I love your show. Have taught me nonni and all about the Finnish I know. That's great. I'm really glad that you actually found my content valuable. That's really important for me. I love your channel. I'm thinking about taking classes of Finnish here in Buenos Aires. So excited. Yeah, you can do that, and also try look online because there's a lot of stuff online. I think. I thought that was a sailor's costume, or so I had ha ha ha. I'm sorry. Yeah, probably. If you haven't seen this before, that's probably the first thing that you would think. But yeah, well, you know what? WTF equals welcome to Finland. Is it possible to study in Finland and get financial help as a foreigner like locals do? I'm thinking about doing my master in Finland and enjoy my master in an exam. Unfortunately, no, because you need to be either a permanent resident or a Finnish citizen in order to get those. So the answer is no. But there are, of course, some scholarships. Hi, Alexis, love from Kenya. Okay, greetings to Kenya. And Joe says thanks. Wow, there's so many questions. Hey Aleksi, I'm from the UK and I'm currently learning Finnish and hope to move to Helsinki before Brexit. Can you give any practice on practicing pronunciation? Okay, now that you mentioned, I'm thinking about making maybe an online course only dedicated to pronouncing Finnish and also some free YouTube videos. So yeah, stay tuned. And I have also made a free course. If you haven't watched my free spoken Finnish course, the link is in the description. It's a Skillshare course. You get 2 months free for Skillshare and also access to my course. There's a little bit on this pronunciation there, but I think I will make some dedicated content on pronunciation. Should I feel bad if someone reject to go at me? No. Uh, that's also one thing that you will learn. You will learn not to feel bad when you get rejected because you will get rejected all the time. Like let's say if I take okay, let's take some of the most kind of proficient dating experts. If they go out to meet people there, they will also get rejected because there's people who are in a relationship, the people who don't just feel connected. There's many things that don't go right, and because you cannot escape life, you cannot. There is no life without getting rejected. You can only the only situation or the only scenario where you avoid getting rejected is that you don't do nothing, when you don't do anything, and that's not what you want to do. You always want to keep trying, but you sometimes it just doesn't work out, and rejection is just part of the thing that you just have to deal with it. What is the ranking of your university? That depends on what you are ranking it for. But Google will help you again. How much roughly would a degree cost for an engineer? The tuitions are on their website, and that also depends your living uh, lifestyle, where you're staying, and there's many things. But the university websites have a lot of good information on this. There is no life when you don't get rejected. Okay, that's good. Do Finns hurry to get married? I think not nowadays. Like, I think nowadays the average marriage age is around 29, closer to 30. So I would say no. Okay, awesome. A lot of great questions, and I hope this live stream also helped to bring you more value. And I think we will wrap up this here. If you didn't catch up the 5 things that I was telling you in the beginning of this video, you can watch the replay after I finish this live stream. And I just want to thank you again for being there with all the great comments that you always give thumbs ups and all this support, because your support, your fantastic support will keep this channel going and me also going. And also one big thanks for all the wishes, the graduation wishes that you send me. I'll try to reply to if you wrote on Facebook or Instagram, I'll try to reply to those when I have time. But yeah, it's been a tough, long day, a lot of partying, a lot of celebrating, and I think now I'll head to bed in a little bit. And thank you once more for joining this live stream. And